Hey folks, this is the Oztent Bunker XL stretcher tent setup behind me here. A roomy, single person stretcher and shelter all in one. And I'm gonna show you how to set it up, pack it away. Let's get started.
Hit it.
Hey folks, Ben from Snows here today with the Oztent Bunker XL single person shelter. This is a stretcher and shelter all in one. It's made with heavy duty materials and it suits particularly tall people who are car camping or four-wheel drive touring by themselves, so they just need a shelter for one. I'm going to show you how to set it up and pack it away today. This is how it comes when it's packed up. It weighs about 17 kilos, measures about 113 centimeters in length by, depending on how well you pack it up, about 35 to 40 centimeters this way and about 20 odd centimeters this way. I'll start by showing you what comes in the bag. Now inside your bag here, you get a little bag of pegs. They're pretty lightweight pegs, could benefit from an upgrade if you're using it in heavy ground or in really bad weather. Get an instruction manual. This is the fly sheet here. It'll go over the top for weather protection. And this is the inner tent and the stretcher all in one. So to get started with this, we take the strap off and we lay it out so that the frame, or this sort of height section of the frame, is pointing upwards. In terms of orienting the tent, these poles here look a little bit different. The pole with a bit more structure with the extendable section is going to be the head end of the tent. So I'm going to set this up at the moment with the head end to my left. So I'm going to roll it over. And the first thing I do is open the tent up to create a T section like this. Now the next step you can either do from this side if you're tall enough to sort of reach over, or step over to this side of the tent. And this can be a little bit awkward until you get used to how the frame folds. But if we start to fold these ends out like this, just lift the ends or lift the side like this and push the ends outwards until they go as far as they can. And then you need to flip the tent over onto its front like this. Make sure these ends are folded out as far as they'll go. Now the next step is to come up to the head end here, and we need to extend these poles. The foot end poles don't need extending, just the head end. So we simply pull these up. There's a little locator pin here that'll pop out when we get to the correct height, and that'll lock it into place. We do that on both sides, and that's the inner tent all set up. Next step is to grab the fly and throw that over the top. Now to get it over the top, we want to make sure that one of these zips on the end is undone. To orient our fly, we look for these orange strips here. That's the long door that's going to go to the head end of the tent here. If we undo one of these, it's going to make it easier to get the fly up or stretch it over the top of these poles here. So we undo that, we throw it over the top, come down to the foot end here. We know this is the foot end because it's got the Oztent logo and a little vent here. Pull this over the end. There's nothing underneath here to secure it onto these poles. It just sits over the top, like so. At the bottom of each corner, there's a little metal clip that marries up to a little metal loop in the frame here. We just put that around there. We can tighten them, but we'll do that later once we've got everything in place. Do that on each side. Up to the head end of the tents here. This is why we need this zip undone so that we can get this over the top of this pole here. Go down to the bottom, find the same little metal clips and put them in place up at this end as well. Once we've got all four of these in place, we can go around and tighten these a bit, just so the fly sits nice and tight on top of the inner. That is the Oztent Bunker XL all set up, apart from a couple of things. Firstly, guy ropes. There's 3 guy ropes. There's one at the rear here on the vent, and 2 at the end on each side of the end entrance here, or end doorway there. We can also set up, or probably do need to actually use a couple of pegs that are included with your kit to peg this out as a little gusseted awning, and this is the same on the other side of the tent here. You can also roll the door here up and secure it up and out the way if you like. And then the door on this end of the tent here, we've got a few options as well. At the moment that's closed completely. We can unzip these on the sides here and roll it up and out the way if we like. There's tabs at the top here to roll it up and out the way. Alternatively, there's this second little gusset that features in here, and if we do up the second zip down here, we can actually peg this out as a little sheltered awning as well, a little sheltered space for us to store some gear, or if we want to wake up in the morning and cook a bit of breakfast or something like that. That's the Oztent Bunker XL all set up. That was pretty easy, all by myself, nice and quick, minimal amount of pegs. Pack up is just as easy. First thing we need to do is get the fly off. So we've got the fly off and fold it up. Now we just got to collapse the poles at the end here. So we come up to these, got a little push button here where you can press that in and push the poles right down as far as they go. Do that on both sides. And then we can fold the frame up. So first, just make sure this fabric's pushed inside the tent here. come around to the side, and we want to tip the whole stretcher on its side. From here, the stretcher is going to want to start to collapse down. We need to pull these end legs in as it goes. So if we pull this in, it'll collapse neatly down to the ground. So once that's flat on the ground, we just want to make sure this fabric is inside these flaps here. This fabric here needs to sit between these. If it's on the outside, it stretches over this frame here. It makes it hard to fold it up, and it can also damage the fabric of the tent. So tuck it inside of those. Then you can fold these in. Just keep checking, make sure that doesn't go on the outside. Fold them all in together. Then we grab the strap that came with our bag, secure it all up, and it can all go back in the bag. And that is how you set up and pack away the Oztent Bunker XL stretcher tent. Now the big question on everyone's lips is, did it go back in the bag very easily? I'd say it was reasonably easy. If you fold that fly up nice and tightly, it's easy to do by yourself. You can grab these online at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day. If you like that video, subscribe to our channel. We'll send you all of our latest information. Got any questions, let us know down in the comments below, or check out some videos we've made previously, like this one down here.